Good afternoon and welcome to my reflective video log. My name is Mark Dunne and my student number is 2006-7332. I am currently in Year 2 studying the Higher Certificate in Level Business Level 6 at Waterford Institute of Technology. For this assessment I will be discussing three main headings. 1. Reflection on all my assessments that I had to complete for the module. 2. Reflection on all the teamwork that I had to partake for the group assessments. And 3. Reflection on my personal development throughout this course. And finally I will conclude with a one-line statement. So firstly I will talk to you about reflection on my assessments. The first assessment was entitled Have I Got News for You? And it was a group presentation. And for this assessment we had to go online and research 2 newspaper articles related to human resource management, related and linked. What was most interesting about this presentation was the fact that we found a newspaper article related to Waterford, which automatically became a local issue for us. And so we were passionate to talk about Waterford in this regard, since it was a local issue. The second part of our assessment was a group presentation based on a case study. This for me personally I found the hardest because we had to do a lot of calculations and mathematics is not a strong point of mine. But I did have 2 team members who happened to be better at mathematics than I was, so we got through it fine in the end. The calculations that we had to calculate, for example, were turnover rates, growth rates, etc. So in the end, it turned out to be okay and we got through it. The third part of our assessment, we had to draw up a job description, personal specification, and a shortlisting matrix. This happened to be perhaps the most easiest part of our assessment. It was basically a lot of common sense. We did get the headings for it, and all we had to do was fill out the headings based on that. The title of it was a minibus driver, so we had to base those 3 tasks on a minibus driver, which is a lot of it was basically just thinking, writing ideas down on a sheet and just putting it into the templates. The fourth part of the assessment was undoubtedly the hardest part for our group. It was another group presentation based on a case study, and this happened to be one of the longest as well. The questions, when we did the questions, we weren't sure what way to go about them, how to answer them. We did ask the lecturer, but even after a few lectures on it, we felt that we just still couldn't get a grasp of what we were asked to do. But so we had to continue the work and we did it. And so in the end, we presented our findings in a group presentation, and we did find that when we got back the result that we actually did very well. So with luck, we did get there in the end. The fifth part of the assessment was a training schedule and a one-day induction. A group came into us and we had to assess them by basically drawing up one of our own kind of training schedules and just ticking the boxes. And that was just basically ticking the boxes for 10%, we found that was really easy and handy to do. The one-day induction training part of it was just filling out, based on the minibus driver once again, headings. And that was definitely the most easiest part, as well as the third part of the assessment. Now I will reflect on my work as a team member in the group. Working in the group, it was a slow start at the beginning, because we struggled to get a grasp of what human resources actually was. In the end though, as it went on, we found it got easier and easier. Human resource management, while not one of my most favourite modules in the world, because it's a management type module in business, we do have management type modules again next semester, and the knowledge that I've gained from human resources 1 would benefit me in human resources 2 for next semester. On my personal development, I feel it is not something I would like to do in the future on human resources or any type of management modules. I'm more based in the kind of economics and the finance kind of area, and that's the area I'd be most interested in. But with the knowledge that I have grasped in doing management human resources, I feel that I will be able to adequately and sufficiently complete it in semester 2, which we have more to do.